Hey everyone, it's Wufo number 51, and we have a big surprise. Adler, do you want to say where you are?
Well, I mean, I'm sure the butt is clear enough. We're with our good friend.
Oh my gosh. The Santa hat. Yeah.
Holy moly.
This was unplanned. I had no idea.
Oh my
It's been
gosh. I feel
secret.
Can we get a zoom in on the butt? Do you
How do I
mind?
do this? I don't know how to do technology because, but I can just put my phone real close.
Wow.
Holy moly.
I have tears.
Your tears. We also have our little special guest here too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Oh, no. Hi.
That's my brother.
Hi.
Hi. But yeah, so we're all at the the holy butt currently.
Oh my gosh. I wish I could like reach through the screen and stroke it.
Give it a shine.
Vision, but you know.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Do you have something planned for being there?
No. I just need to drive back down from Christmas break. Yeah, we're gonna get a picture. And so this is on the way.
Yeah.
So we're stopping. We'll explore the domes tomorrow and stuff. And
Wow.
But I will have to pop back in a while because we're gonna get to our cabin here soon. But there'll be pictures of Maestro with the butt.
Soon.
And I'll look for, Mothman and UFOs out here.
I mean, this is the exact kind of breaking news I wanted Wufo to be,
Absolutely. No question.
I was like, we're at the butt. We're here.
Wow. Thank you. This is most auspicious.
Yes. Goodness gracious. It's
Weirdness
the
is in
year
the
of
air.
the Mothman butt.
It is the year of the moth ass.
The year of moth ass.
Year of moth ass. So yes, I will share many pictures, tonight, tomorrow. I'll pop back in if I can, but we're gonna get to our cabin. So
absolutely.
I just needed to bless everybody with our man.
Oh wow. I totally feel blessed. Like this is it.
Re-energized for sure.
Re-energized for that Wufo energy, the first Wufo of the new year. Blessing.
Yes.
Say bye, Maestro. There you go. Say bye.
Bye, Maestro.
You hopefully soon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Wow.
I tried to get a good screenshot, but I missed it. It was too late.
I got one earlier. I tweeted out.
Oh, good. Good. That was an exciting surprise.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
No.
And we were just talking about like New Year's resolutions and like new energy for the year. And so like that's a good way to start things out.
Totally. Howdy, everybody.
Hey, everyone. This is Wufo number 51. So next week will be the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Which is pretty exciting.
Very, yeah.
And I think we wanted to talk about like.
Wait, is that next week or is it the week after?
I thought today was 51.
Did I get it wrong?
Oh.
Now that I think about it. Well, I just remember Madeline was talking about wanting to come on
the 18th
in 2 weeks on the 18th because that was closer to the first year.
Uh-oh. Maybe we've been off this whole time.
We'll have our fact checkers, our team of fact checkers are going to look into this.
Yeah, well, speaking of Madeline, they're going to do some for the next 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be here and be interviewing some guests. So there's going to be some new people here, which will be good. And Kai thinks today's 50.
Oh. Well, Kai, I would trust Kai, so more than I trust my own calculations.
So I think, So, well, that'll be coming up in the next two, Madeline. And I think in general, we were talking about having more people come do Wufo and maybe host and stuff in the new year.
Yeah,
That's something I would like to see this year.
Yeah, me too. That would be great.
Yeah, if anyone here wants to jump in the stream and talk about any like liminal related resolutions or predictions for the year, let us know and we can pop you in here if you want to.
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
you've never come on you we'll find a way to get you in here and you can come talk, and that'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Bex is gonna be here or not. She might pop in. We're kind of hoping that she will, but it won't be surprising if she doesn't, because you think she'd care if I told people why?
Probably not.
She's got a toothache.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Like, tooth pain is one of the worst things to have to deal with.
Yeah. That and printers, I think.
She was like chomping at the bit to come on, and we told her don't bother it if it was going to be too painful for her tooth. Yeah. That's sort of what happened.
Yeah. Did you I had, since it was like the holidays, I have a bunch of stuff I got. I was gonna do some show and tell. If anyone else got any cool show and tell stuff they want to tell us about, but I got this this solar lighter to like light things on fire with the sun. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna use that yet. My friend Erica, who's sometimes in the chat here, I don't know if Erica's around, made this tarot deck or oracle deck, and it's from the Garden of Earthly Delights, like the Bosch painting, and it's like all the different pieces from the painting. Let's see, there you go, and like called out the different parts of the painting, like weird creatures and stuff.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
what an awesome idea too.
I know, it's so cool. They haven't used it yet. They just got it. So that's something I want to try out in the new year.
I guess Hieronymus Bosch is probably like you don't have to worry about the copyright.
I guess not. Yeah, it's like public domain. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. How cool is that?
This is a build your own bat detecting kit.
That is very exciting.
And it's pretty simple. Build your own. You just kind of plug it in together. But it picks up ultrasound frequencies, and they said not just bats, also like other things that emit ultrasound. Like I think insects, but like I don't know. Maybe there's some other stuff out there.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. Let's see.
I have a few things, but not as much as you. So you can, yeah.
I got a fungible token. Have you seen this?
No.
It's like instead of an NFT, I think it's like a non-fungible token. This is a fungible token. It's just a flippable coin. That's made with real copper, and it's kind of making fun of the idea that it's something tangible, This is really exciting. This is so weird. Okay, so this is like this trickster spirit like tincture that is made out of morning glory, and which is like the bane of my existence in my garden. Like I hate it so much. And I don't know if people who don't have a garden up here, I don't know if it's a problem elsewhere, but here it just like spreads into everything, and like it's really hard to manage.
Yeah.
But I really love this idea of like using something like that's like hated, but like trying to find its like magical properties, or kind of, because all you do with this is rub it on your hands and smell it, and then it has like the qualities of this like persevering thing that's just like getting into everything and spreading. you know, some of the it's just like switching your brain about like the negative connotations of it, you know.
Yeah.
And what's funny is my wife got me this because I saw another thing they make. It's by this company called Fat in the Moon. Um, they make one with poison oak, so, which I don't know how this works, but it's you're supposed to put it on your hand and rub it around. It seems really shady.
Yeah.
But it's about using like poison oak for like doing kind of magic, which is just I don't know. So I'm gonna try to get that one. I see what happens.
See what happens. Why not? No, wait. Is the morning glory? Does it have the scientific name of the plant?
It doesn't have it on here.
Oh, interesting.
Because it might be a different.
Well, yeah, because there's two different kinds of morning glory. Like there's the
Oh,
kind we have, which is like the invasive bindweed stuff with the yellow flower or with the
right.
flowers. Yeah, which like gets everywhere and stuff. But there's also one that's related to the sweet potato that looks more similar.
Mhm.
And the one that's related to the sweet potato, its seeds have like hallucinogenic properties.
Oh, right.
So I wonder which one of those it is. Either way, it's cool.
I'll look it up. I don't. It doesn't have it on there. I
But I
figured
love
it was. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but it's totally the whole idea of like using like a invasive or a weed or something like that, and
Right.
finding a use for it. Like I was looking the other day. My kid unfortunately had a cold like a few weeks ago. This is back. This is last year. I mean, this is 2022. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I was looking up all these different things to try and make his sore throat and his cough feel better. And I guess I saw something made with English ivy.
Oh.
It's like the invasive ivy that grows everywhere.
Right.
And I had heard of people using that like as a pain liniment, but I'd never heard of it like internal usage.
Hmm.
So I want to look into that more. It's interesting.
I saw people using it or talking about using it to wash their clothes, their laundry.
Yeah, because it has like saponins in it, which are like they foam up like
Yeah.
soapy. So, but also a lot of people these days like they just weave baskets out of it. They just
Oh.
harvest it and they make stuff out of it, which is
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah. I'm into this idea of using stuff that like otherwise it's awful.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like poison hemlock too. If we could find a use for that.
Wow.
Murdering philosophers.
Yes.
So Janet says English ivy is great for coughs.
Interesting.
That's awesome. I really want to look into that more.
I got this like deck that's like a millennial lotteria. I don't know how to pronounce that. Lotteria. Like the
Loteria.
Yeah. But it's like Gen Z version. So there's like the simp card and the vintage iPod. And I got real excited about this. I saw it at Target. I bought this for myself, but I thought this would be a fun thing to the ghosting. I thought this would be a fun thing to try to create like traditional tarot meanings for these things that are kind of like a really modern context for all this stuff. I don't know. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Like things that like really resonate with people nowadays, Although I read some of them like, I don't know what this is because I'm old. So that was kind of fun. Those are my show and tells. I would love to see what other people, if you have cool stuff you got for your liminal investigating, I would love to see that. But
yeah,
did you get stuff? You have stuff to share?
I did. Yeah, a lot of it is like, so one of the main things that I got, don't have it set up yet, but I got a really cool like phone video rig. So it's got like a nice big ring light, but it's also, it goes like so it bends that so you can put your phone so that the camera is facing down through the ring light. So you can do stuff from above that looks really, really nice, like tarot or food or anything like that. And it's got a couple of other like bells and whistles too. So I'm excited to use that. I'm going to put this here. This is the scientific name of our local morning glory.
Oh, okay.
Convolvulus sepium.
Yeah, when I made a TikTok with when I went out into my backyard and I hooked the plant talker, the Florophone, to the morning glory, and it sounded like it was saying spread them, spread them, spread them, spread them. It was like really, it was weird. That was super weird.
Yeah. So I got like, this is really cool. I actually posted about this someplace already, but I don't think I talked about it on Wufo yet because it was over the holidays. But this is the best tarot deck ever. It's the Pasta Tarot.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh my goodness, it is rad. I really like. I love everything about it. It's got like the suits are different kinds of pasta. Like instead of cups, it's got like stuffed pastas like ravioli and instead of wands, it's got like let's see. I think swords are like the long pastas like spaghetti. I need to play with it more, but it's just really it's hilarious. Some of the like, look at this. Hey, that's the yeah, that's the seven of ripiena, which are the stuffed ones. So it'd be the seven of cups, really. I'm trying to find some of the major arcana. So, and it's just a really funny thing. Like, look at this, the page of like cut pasta. It's this dude and he's got like all these gourds. He's like growing all these gourds and he's styling. It's also, I really like, it's very, very like it's got a lot of good energy as far as like diversity. Like it's very like queer positive and there's a lot of like people of color in the illustrations and stuff, even though it's all like pasta. So like this is the devil, which is hilarious to me.
With a lobster.
This is this big lobster, yeah. And then these two people who are, yeah. And the tower, of course, is the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh yeah.
With all the pasta raining out of the sky. So yeah, I'm excited to do more with this deck for sure. And then did I show off my new statue of Persephone?
No, I don't think so.
It's actually right over here. I'm just gonna grab it.
Okay. Let's see.
So this is a really cool one. You can see because it's got like she's holding like sheafs of wheat, but also skulls.
Wow.
Because she's like the life and death, and
right.
And then the other hand, yeah, and then she's like standing on a bunch of skulls too.
That rules.
Metal. It's like so. The only other thing I got that was kind of cool that's fun to show off is this thing. I don't know if you saw it when I posted it online.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's got these designs on it and stuff, but it's it's a folding sickle. I honestly wanted it for using in the yard. Like it's gonna be great for like cutting grass and stuff. It's really sharp, but it's also metal. I mean, it's like folds up. It's got a sheath. Like it's actually got like a sheath. You can put it on your belt.
Don't you have a crossbow too?
I do, but I haven't really used it because it takes two people to string it, and my partner doesn't want to help string a crossbow.
You're like all set for like zombie apocalypse for sure.
Yeah. I have a little hand one too, but that's just for fun. It's like a toy basically. So yeah.
And you have salt guns too.
Yeah, we have salt guns. Yep.
That shoot little. They're supposed to like shoot salt for like getting rid of flies, right? Is that the main
Yeah, that was the idea. But we thought, a gun that shoots salt is right up there with something that we should have. So Yeah, I'd love to hear what other people, if anybody else has anything cool. It doesn't even have to be something you got for the holidays, really. If you just want to show off something cool you have, we want to see it.
Yeah.
I'd say.
See.
So, did you notice my hat?
Oh no! Now I did not recognize it. Yeah, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Let's see. Do we want to do any other business first though? Because this is.
I don't know if I have anything else right now.
People can. What about like? I guess we don't really have a donation thing this time around. This is kind of a fly-by-night episode of Wufo because we've all just been slammed with holiday family stuff. Oh, Janet says that she can show us the deck she uses for Wufo.
Yeah, here.
That would be cool.
Do you want? Here, I'll send it on Twitter.
Yeah,
the link.
Send a link. We're still kind of doing both Twitter and Mastodon right now, and the Weirdo Network, like, it's just weirdo.network, right?
Yeah.
That is like we have people joining and stuff. So if you are interested in that, let us know and we can help with that. But if you're already on there or just want to support something cool, there is a Patreon for it that Vanessa has set up. Because it costs like money to get server space and stuff like that. So if you have the opportunity and are inclined to do so, that would be fun.
Yeah, I've been having fun of it. Like I posted about the bat detector, and I got all these strange comments from people who are like ultrasound artists who record bats and stuff. It was cool. I had this whole discussion with them about like field recording using ultrasound, and it was neat. If you have tried it and you don't understand it, Jeremy and I and Vanessa are happy to help. It is a little different than maybe what you're used to, so it may take some time to like set it up and get it working.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really awesome in general. The idea of it is so cool that our friends can own our own social network basically, and connect to all these other people, and that it belongs to the community and not these billionaires. So
right.
I think that I mean, I don't want this to be just a anti-Twitter space, but I just think it's like I think it is compatible with what I want to do with like Wufo and everything like that, and like making like a place for people to come that feels, respectful of other people and for the community. So
yeah.
Oh, look, it's Janet. Here we go.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
You can see my messy bedroom.
All right.
And there's a lovely, lovely sleepy kitty cat behind me on the
Oh.
bed.
Oh.
That's little Queenie.
Oh,
Little Queenie. She's my roommate's cat, but she loves my bed and she loves my purple fuzzy blanket. So I every time when Bex is doing, the head thing, the foams,
Yeah.
I pull cards, and because I've been pulling cards for 40 some odd years. I am older than most of you guys. And I studied cards when I started pulling cards when I was 15. But I have this deck. It's called the Desert Illuminations deck. Oops,
Oh, wow.
There we go. And it's Southwestern. And I love this deck. And one of my friends, his wife was one of my best friends. And when she passed away, he started buying me decks because he didn't have his wife to spend money on. So he's like my little brother. And so I let him buy me decks.
Nice.
Anyway, this is one of the first edition decks. She's got come out with a second edition deck that has all sorts of different things. And I have to show you the cards that I pulled. It was one of the early Wufos that come on, where is it? Where Bex we were talking to aliens. You were trying to talk to aliens, right?
Uh-huh.
And the question was, oh, there they are. Yeah. The question was, who are we talking to? And this deck is really interesting in that the meanings rarely come through. What it comes through is the pictures. So the question was, who are we talking to? And this is the King of
Oh,
Pentacles,
Whoa.
and followed by this. Woo, where is it? There we go. She's blindfolded, right?
oh
Right.
yeah. And wearing like a
And
wide-brimmed hat. Like
yeah,
Bex always wears her wide-brimmed hat.
here's the kicker. Look at this. She looks like Bex. This is the Queen of Cups.
Oh wow,
She
she
looks
totally looks like Bex.
She totally looks like Bex. And I'm sitting here and I'm pulling these cards and I'm going, what the fuck? Because it's like I'm expecting meanings out of these cards, and now I'm getting picture stories, and it's happened several times when we're talking to outer space people, or I don't know, ultra terrestrials, whatever we want to call them, that the meanings come through the pictures and not through the classic tarot cards, which I find really interesting. However, when we're pulling things and numbers keep coming up, it always I always get the same numbers that everybody else is picking up. I mean, we had like the Six of Swords repeatedly recently,
Oh yeah,
and
that was very weird when that happened.
yeah. But this is like, and this deck is kind of ruined for doing regular readings because it's like, no, it's kind of like Dana Newkirk only getting these creatures from outer space or inner space or down below, that when she's trying to do an Estes method, it's like, this is my Estes method.
Yeah. That deck is a treasure.
It is. I love this deck. It's got the pentacles are aliens. The swords tend to be Latina and Latino. The wands tend to be Hispanic, natives, and there's a lot of Native American stuff in here too. I love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. This is my favorite card in the entire deck.
Oh, that is great.
That's the Judgment card.
Judgment? That's perfect.
And I have on my rear view mirror, hanging from my rear view mirror in the car, is a little UFO pendant with a cow hanging underneath because I had to do it that way. But that's my Wufo night tool. This is what I use, and I use it for haunted stuff too, but mostly it wants to talk about aliens and whatever.
While you're here, have you ever seen any UFOs or any area? You have.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to share any of those stories?
Sure. Well, I put one of them on Liminal Earth, but I can tell you about it. I was driving, it was back in like the 80s, and I was driving with a friend from Salem, Oregon to Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to a point and we're just driving along, and it's late night. And I look up and I see 3 lights in a triangle, 3 dots. And as I'm watching, one of those dots turns red. And I'm going, look at this. What am I seeing? Are you seeing this? And my roommate's making noise out there. And as I'm watching, the red light goes off and it forms a straight line. They form a straight line. And then the other one swings around and it forms a triangle again. And
Wow.
and they do that clear across the sky. And I'm driving, I'm freaking out. This is happening right in front of me. And we watch it for about 10 minutes maybe. And I pull over to the side of the road briefly because I'm like, "Oh my God, what am I seeing?" And I start up again and I realize there's a state cop next to me. So he'd like come over to see what was going on. And I'm looking at it and I'm pointing at the sky. I'm like, "Look, look." And we were just pulling up to a rest stop area and he looks up, his jaw drops, and he dashes over to the rest stop. I just continue on. I'm like, "I don't want to talk to you."
Yeah.
But a few days later, the local newspaper, the Oregonian, or at least the Salem edition, had a headline, or I shouldn't say a few days later, a day or so later, that those lights were seen clear across the country. They were seen from Oregon to Maine.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, wow, this is. But I've also had like a really weird sort of surreal experience where I couldn't tell if it was a dream or if it was real. And I had talked to Jim Perry had an interview with what's her last name's Nickerson, Lynn Nickerson. And she was telling the story about seeing this UFO large hovering over her house and nobody else seemed to see it. I had that experience too. In fact, I reached out to Lynn and said, "Hey, this happened to me too." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm not the only one." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I said, "I couldn't tell if it was a dream or if it was real." And she says, "I was the same way."
Huh.
My experience was that this was back when I lived in my parents' old house. And we'd open all the doors and we turn off most of the lights because lights are warm. And so, but we'd hang out in the dining room area and we'd play games or we'd have dinner or whatever. And in this situation, I remember walking into the kitchen and looking into the dining room and everybody's just still. There's no noise, there's no sound. And I'm looking at them and I look out the window and I see this movement overhead. And I go out to the side door and I look up and there's this massive ship over me.
Huh.
And it moves silently by and then everything started up again. And it was the weirdest thing. It was totally insane. And messaging Lynn, she said that's exactly what happened to her. She said it was just that weird, that surreal. And so I'm not the only one who's experiencing this weird kind of thing. It hasn't happened again. I mean, it happened twice actually, but it hasn't happened again for,
Hmm.
But I've had such weird shit, and you guys have it all on Liminal.
Yeah. You
have quite a few of my little
number of stories to the map, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think once something happens and you recognize it, then you kind of become a magnet for it.
Mhm.
Seriously.
Yeah, there's something to that. There's
Yeah.
something
Because I notice it on in groups, ghost hunting groups. If somebody has an experience, that's going to repeat. They're going to have repeat. It's like they suddenly go, "Oh, this person noticed us. Let's go after them."
Mhm.
So, yeah. So that's some of my. I can tell you about the the weird light. You put up the picture of Tinkerbell when I posted it, where I was house sitting for a friend, and I woke up in the middle of the night and found a light on, and I'm thinking, oh, there's a light on. I should turn it off, or maybe it's the light from the motion detector light out. And I'm like, wait, there's no motion detector over there, and it's not sunrise yet. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I look up, and there's a light on a shelf behind things, and there is nothing. There is no space for that light to be there. And I sit up, and it goes out. And I'm like, okay, I'm just imagining that. I lay down again, and I decide I'm not comfortable, so I'm gonna roll over, and I roll over, and I open my eyes. I don't sit up, and the light's on again. And I sit, and I'm lying there because I'm going, okay, I gotta remember where it is, because I'm like, what's that shadow? Oh, that's that picture frame. Why is it okay? So it has to be sort of, and there's no room behind that picture frame to have. So I'm sitting there, and I finally just sit up and say, "What the fuck?" And it goes out and doesn't come back.
Wow.
That to me is the strangest thing. I mean, I can think of the UFO flying over as kind of a shared consciousness dream type thing. But this is so weird. This is, like I said, it's like I kept thinking Tinkerbell, because it's like there's this little light. And that was the same time, the the day before, I had woken up, and the back door was wide open.
Oh.
I did not I locked the door. I always check all the doors, but the back door is wide open, and I'm freaking out, and I'm running all over because she's got 2 cats, one of whom likes to take off if the door is open. And I got out the cat food, and Ruthie comes flying in. I'm like, okay, you're here, so that's cool. But it totally freaked me out. And the house itself is got some weird energy to it, but it's very benign. When I moved in there, I was there for 2 weeks because they had a long vacation, and the whole house felt weird. The whole house felt really weird. But after the lights in the bedroom, after it stopped, it was fine. It just like it's like, okay, we're here, we're gone.
Just checking things out, checking in.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just the cat's moving around. She's changing position. I'm like,
Wait.
what am I hearing?
When you said your family was like frozen,
Yeah.
when you went outside, did they remember anything from
Nope.
that, or there was nothing to them?
Nope.
Interesting.
It was just like a blip in time.
Huh.
It was like, it was so weird. I mean, and like I said, I think that could be considered a shared conscious dream, because because Lynn had such a similar experience that it made me wonder. So, I don't know. I have no answers. I just experience weird shit. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
That is super bizarre.
that is. Goodness. So are you in the Portland metro area, or?
Yeah, I'm in Portland. I'm on almost to the outskirts, almost to Gresham, but not quite. So I'm in the far southeast Portland, but I've lived in North Portland. My sister lives in Beaverton, and I've lived here all my life. So that's if you want to know anything about local hauntings and things like that, please ask.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get like the Pacific Northwest crew. I mean, we need to get together with as many people as we can, but
yeah, SJ and I
is there, and you guys are.
Yeah, SJ and I are talking about trying to get a group of everybody together. I want the museum people, I want the Wufo people, I want Twitter people, I want whoever shows up because I really feel like we've got a group of us here. There's a lot of us here.
Yeah.
And I want to see and meet everybody. It's that's cool. I think it's really cool to be able to share such nonsense that we indulge in.
That should be the motto of Wufo right there. It's cool to share such nonsense together.
This will be the year. We'll get our heads together. This will be the year.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Vanessa says she'll fly out for it.
Oh, cool.
Kai's down there.
Yeah.
And I know a number of other people. The Earth. I'm afraid I don't know your. I don't need to, but your real life name. But the Earth is fine. Is also.
It's earthy down here. Yeah, no, I know there's and Alex Fulop is here, and God, there's a lot of people here in Portland, and I really and Eugene, and yeah, I mean the whole Pacific Northwest. I want everybody to come. I think I'd even invite Chad Lindbergh to come.
Why not? Why
Yeah,
not?
I've never met Chad, but he used to come to the Oregon Ghost Conference, and I was there one time, and he was sitting there, and I kept thinking, I should go over and talk to him. I should talk to him, but I tend to be really shy. But I was talking to this other guy he's somewhere up in the Seattle area. His name is Neil McNeil, and he's really interesting man, interested in the paranormal, and he's a parapsychologist. He's studying to be parapsychologist because you have to do it by extension service. And so he's really interesting. So I'm talking to Neil McNeil, and Chad's behind me. And I think, okay, I'm going to go say hi. I'm going to go over and say hi. And I turn around and he's gone. And he's gone the rest of the time I'm there.
That's how it always happens.
So one of these days I'm going to meet Chad. One of these days I'm going to meet Tenny, for God's sakes.
Yeah, that would be really fun to get Tenny and Jess. And
oh, I want
Katie
Tenny and
Webb.
Jess out here. I think we all should buy into the Win a Date with Tenny contest and bring him out here,
That would be awesome. That would be fantastic.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You should come again. Yeah.
Anytime.
I'd be glad to. Just let me know when and where and how, and I'll be there. Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Janet.
Bye.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. I like this Tenny pool, like the office lottery pool or whatever.
Yeah. I noticed this comment by Kai, and I'm very intrigued.
Kai needs to tell us more about this.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime. The weird light thing. It reminds me of the Cottingley fairies.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Should we talk a little bit now about that? Is there anybody else who wants to come in or hop on? Let us know. We'll just bring you in because it's fun. We love chatting with you. Yeah, so Sherlock Holmes just entered the public domain. Like, I guess there were some things that were already kind of there, but like the entire Sherlock Holmes corpus is now.
I heard that it was in the public domain for a period of time, then got taken out, and then
I don't know,
something weird. Now it's back again. So no.
Yeah, so now it's back again, and I think it's I think it's just like the Arthur Conan Doyle stuff. Like, I don't think you can like do something with Benedict Cumberbatch and as much as many people would like to. But I was thinking about this idea of Sherlock as like kind of like the original like pop culture egregore, because I don't know how much you're familiar with like the whole history of the Sherlock Holmes.
No, I don't know. You're gonna have to.
So he was one of the most popular fictional characters ever. We already know that, but like even in England, when he was, when Arthur Conan Doyle was writing about him, he was like hugely popular. And Arthur Conan Doyle like got sick of writing about him, and so he wrote a story where Sherlock Holmes like dies, like he falls off of a waterfall. I think he and Moriarty, I can't remember, it's been years since I read it, but I think like he and his nemesis Moriarty like plummeted off at the same time or something like that. And he thought like, okay, cool, I'm done, I'm not going to have to do that anymore. But the public outcry was so huge that he ended up having to write more Sherlock Holmes stories because the public was like
they couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle it. Huh. And I'm like, that seems to me like the kind of like, I mean, I still know people who think Sherlock Holmes was like a real person, you know? And, you know, in the sense of like some sort of entity like created by a group of people, it seems to me that that would be like a solidly, like a really good candidate for that. I mean, we were talking about it too. There's even like Moriarty as a character in the Next Generation, the Star Trek.
I think that is really that you want to talk about. It made me think about there's this episode of Star Trek where I think I feel it might be the one that's called Elementary, My Dear Data or something. Something like that. But it's about, of course, the holodeck. If you've seen Star Trek, where they can make these like virtual worlds, and they tried to make a program that's too hard for Data, this android, to solve, because he keeps being able to solve them really quickly.
Yeah.
And so what happens is they end up, the computer basically, because they programmed it that way, Moriarty, the nemesis, ends up becoming sentient in the episode and realizing he's like
a hologram,
right?
Yeah,
and wants to become like real and like leave the holodeck. And he's not like, I think, you know, like throughout the episode, he seems like the nemesis or like the evil character, but when he becomes sentient, he doesn't have that necessarily like a negative vibe or anything. He just wants to be free a little bit.
Yeah.
Vanessa's making fun of us for talking about Star Trek.
Yeah. I mean, you know, well, why wouldn't we be like, that's what
yeah. And it's just, it's interesting with like, you're talking about the egregore stuff and then like all this stuff with like AI. And actually I started searching like AI Sherlock, and I saw that some of the people involved with the new Sherlock show with Cumberbatch we're talking about how they want to tackle AI as a concept in some Sherlock thing. Because it's like this problem. It's just interesting that AI somehow has to do with Sherlock in these in multiple cases. Like for some reason, we humans are tying these things together. And I'm curious about the whole egregore thing and like, and how we're using AI in almost this divinatory way. It's just weird, you know. It feels like AI a lot of times overlaps with like subconscious stuff. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what this is. It's just like these things seem to have like a Venn diagram over each other.
Do you remember how those Moriarty episodes? Like, do you remember how it ended? Like, I don't want to. I mean, I don't care. We might spoil it for somebody, but it's
been like what 30 years now or something. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But people should go watch it.
It was really cool. I'm gonna spoil it for everybody because
plug your ears if you don't want to.
Plug your ears if you don't want to hear about how the Moriarty. So he actually came back in an episode. Like there were more than one episodes, and in the second one, they program the holodeck to simulate reality to fool him into thinking he escapes in a shuttlecraft.
Whoa.
But really what he does is escapes further into the hologram, which is actually a simulation of reality that's like on the computer on the Enterprise now. So, and I remember seeing that, like watching it, because we used to watch it like when it was on the air. It was like probably, I don't know when that episode came out, but it's probably like the late 80s. And I remember my young, like high school brain watching that at the time was like, what? Yeah, it's simulation theory, like before simulation theory. So
Wow.
that's really cool. I really think anybody who's interested in the kind of stuff we talk about should like watch those 2 episodes.
I haven't seen the second one. I didn't even know there was one. So
Oh, well, now you know. Now you don't have to watch it because I just told
usually
you.
I skip holodeck episodes, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I just
Kyle,
happen to
that's
watch
my
that.
favorite.
That's their they bug me for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. They're anyway. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
So, long and short, we were thinking it would be interesting to find a way to contact the egregore that is Sherlock Holmes. And when I was looking into this and doing a little digging, I was reminded that Arthur Conan Doyle himself was like a huge spiritualist.
Mm-hmm.
Like huge. He would lecture on it and stuff.
Wasn't he like into like ectoplasm or something too? Like
I think so, yeah.
Like the ectoplasm that's not like being slimed in Ghostbusters, but like it's more like, doesn't it look more like
gauze? Floating
yeah.
gauze, kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's involved with the fairies thing, right?
Yeah, so the Cottingley fairies, there were these 2 girls in England who made waves because they have these pictures of themselves supposedly with fairies. And I mean, from like when we look at it with our modern eyes, the pictures do look very fakeish. Like they seem very
I like this word, fakeish.
Yeah. But there's a couple of things that I think are interesting about it. And so Arthur Conan Doyle was a big like supporter of these 2 girls, and like was saying like, look, they've got proof and all that. And he was ridiculed for it because even back then they thought, well, these are obviously fake. But the interesting points behind that story to me, one of them is that one of the girls said they made it up, but the other girl went to her grave saying, we were taking pictures of things we were imagining. Like we were taking pictures of our imagination. Like it was imaginal, basically. Back to that word. Like they weren't fake. We were taking pictures of like what we were imagining. Wow. And then the other thing that I remembered is that one of our friends, and I actually haven't really talked to him about sharing this because it was a kind of a private story, but came across some information that seems pretty solid enough to me based on the source, that there's some people who believe that the photographs were faked by the fairies. That it was like some trickster shit, right? Like they were messing with people, coming up with things that looked fake to like turn a blind eye to people, or even that like the real photos exist somewhere but have never been made public, and they're far weirder than the pictures that were made public.
Right.
So I'm going to talk to him a little more and see if I can hunt down some more info on this. But that to me is like that's cool. That's the kind of stuff like we talk about here, like egregore, like the ghost in West Seattle High being egregore, because so there's a high school that's near in my neighborhood where people have reported seeing a ghost for decades and decades, and supposedly it was the ghost of and it's kind of urban legendy, like high school students would say like, I saw her ghost, and she like not to like content warning, but like she may have like done herself in by hanging herself in the gym or something like that, and they'll say they saw her ghost, and they have a name and they mention her name a number of times. And I was able to go back and look at all the old yearbooks, and like that name does not appear in any of them. So maybe there's like an egregore of some kind going on there, like they're creating this sort of thought form. And the other thing that I think it kind of gets to is like is play. Like these 2 little girls were playing, and like we're really big here on the idea of like playfulness and art and creativity being like equal to or having the same kind of inherent value as like the paranormal and magic and the occult and stuff like that. and it just seems to all kind of tie that together in a way. The Cottingley Fairies thing. And so I don't know, I was thinking maybe it would be fun to try and like contact, or at least, you know, communicate somehow with the Sherlock egregore or the Cottingley Fairies,
Right.
as just for fun.
How could we do that?
I don't know.
Well, I did put the so I got all of the books and I put them into the magic sentence generator.
Yeah, I think that's one good way.
So we can make a sentence from that. And in the Liminal Earth Discord, I think that Jason Sonoisia suggested making some kind of was that like Zoltar, like
yes,
you ask, you know, like ask question and have it respond. Instead of doing like Estes with all the text, something more like that.
Yeah.
I was looking into, I saw that you can like make a Discord bot that you can train to answer like you would. So I was curious about training it on the Sherlock text so that it's almost like that is its knowledge base. And
right.
Then we could ask it questions, and it's coming from the point of view of Sherlock only.
Yeah.
So anyway, but that's like a project that I'd have to dig into. But I think that's an interesting, and it dips into this AI thing, and like you know, it'd be really cool if we could get like try to talk to that Moriarty that got stuck in the episode
holodeck?
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
like
mean,
say like you got punked.
If you had a like a Sherlock bot, then clearly you could make also a working Moriarty bot and just have them like talk at each other.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. Wow.
Oh, hey, look at my new shirt.
What? Where did you get that?
My sister-in-law gave it to me for Christmas. That was another one.
Amazing.
Isn't it cool? I don't know where she got it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just noticed it. I was thinking though, if we could come up with a way to ask Sherlock Holmes to use like whatever deductive reasoning he possesses to make predictions for the year.
Oh.
Could we use the magic sentence generator maybe for that?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I have no idea what this will do.
Yeah. Well, let's try it.
So do you have like a show? Do you want to say exactly? I feel funny like talking to my code. I direct it at my terminal window here. I have a little terminal window, like, and I'm gonna ask it. Do you want it to come up with predictions for 2023? Is that?
Yeah. I was thinking like, so Sherlock Holmes, the egregore. We want to try and use it to make prediction. Like, what do you, based on your knowledge and deductive reasoning, believe might happen in the year 2023?
Okay. So here's the first one.
Okay.
Okay. I'm running it.
I'll type it out on a banner as you go.
Okay. Grounds.
Like coffee grounds?
Yes, like coffee grounds. Okay. That's not a word, so I'm going to skip it. That's not one either. Or they're like set. S-E-T.
Okay.
Round.
Round, like a circle?
Yeah, like a circle. Cases.
Cases.
Picks.
Huh?
Picks like your nose.
Oh.
Disgrace. Do you want another word? One more?
Sure, why not?
Cruelty.
Ooh.
This is like heartwarming. First sentence.
And we can change the order of the words if we need to, too. Don't forget. So if anybody has any ideas as to what this might mean. Grounds set round cases. Picks disgrace cruelty. Cases makes me think of like court cases. Like there's a lot of that going on right now. Yeah, Janet says it sounds like politics. That's totally true. That's what I was thinking.
Grounds would be like territories or something, maybe, or like right, like the ground set, like we're like turf or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. This
it also could be like on what grounds are you basing your argument? Like
oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Grounds set round cases. Picks disgrace cruelty.
What would the opposite of like a round case be? Like
a square? I don't know. Might be round like around, says Rachel.
Ooh, a circle of protection to ward off negativity.
Yeah. War in Ukraine? Maybe we should ask maybe we should ask about a specific, like, instead of what's a prediction for the year, like what do you think is going to happen in X, Y, or Z?
Okay, you have one you want to. You have another question you have?
Let's see. I don't want to ask about war.
No.
Let's see. Prediction for 2023. Does anybody in the comments have one? I mean, I have a few, but they seem like what's going to be the best movie, and
Yeah.
Will Kevin McCarthy ever get elected Speaker of the House?
Okay. You want to ask it?
Yeah, let's
okay.
Will Kevin McCarthy ever be elected?
McCarthy ever be elected Speaker of the House?
We'll be able to test this theory very soon.
Okay, the first one is deduce.
Ah.
Oh, this is a good one. Kai says we should ask if the oranges will reappear.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
Okay, so deduce.
Okay.
Printer. Sister.
What? Sister?
Yeah. Let Mr. Time.
Time, like TikTok time?
Yeah. Presume. Let Mr. Time presume. I like that.
Whoa. Okay, let me display this.
Deduce, print sister. Let Mr. Time presume. That first one sounds like, what do you think?
Like deduce it for yourself, print sister.
Yeah. Huh.
These all.
I like the word presume because that's like. Have you heard of this idea that he's like already like moved in to the space? So is he Mr.
Like he's presumptive?
Right. So is he like Mr. Time? Is he's just like let him presume that he's already got it. You can deduce it, but he is. You know what I mean? Like those are two different things.
Yeah.
We can know by deduction. He can presume it.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, it's totally
so that sounds like a
lyrical.
no to me. You heard it here first from Sherlock.
Yep. Sherlock Holmes says McCarthy will not be it. He presumes he will, but he shouldn't have done it, sister. Is a princess a journal? Ooh.
We should look and see if there's anyone who's made a deduction that he will not or will. I don't know. Or maybe maybe you can assume it or you can deduce it that he will. But Mr. Time is presuming.
Yeah.
Prince Sister. That's like a good band name.
Yeah. I also agree. Like, I like the deduce, presume,
Yeah.
Prince Sister, Mr. Time. It's very like. Can we do another?
Okay. Yeah. Someone wanted to know. Oh, Kai wanted to know. Will the oranges reappear, and will we meet the orange lever? Should those be two different ones, or just one?
We could just ask about the provenance of the oranges.
Okay.
Like, can you give us some insight into that?
Okay. Man, M-A-N. Thing.
Thing.
Man thing.
Man thing.
Blood.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, there's blood oranges.
Oh. Blood creatures.
Whoa! That turned real fast.
Moor, like M-O-O-R. Eve. Impression.
Impression?
Yeah. Leave impression. That's amazing.
That is cool. That was a good result. Let's pick it apart.
No, it's not like that. It's like more like I don't know if that's how you pronounce the one when you like a boat.
Oh.
Or like the Moors.
Right.
It was lowercase though. So
like that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is more like, does that mean tying up at a dock? Is that what?
Yeah.
Like
when you're mooring your boat. Yeah.
Or mooring.
Or if it's lowercase, it probably does mean the boat. Man thing, blood creatures, moor, leave impression. Creatures. I mean, blood creature. Like, is it man thing, blood creatures? Man thing, blood creatures makes me think of vampires.
Oh yeah. But I liked your idea that the blood creatures are like the blood orange.
Yeah.
Little monsters.
I wonder if it's telling us that we should go back and check because it might leave an impression.
Ooh. Oh, like a print?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta go.
I know.
The other thing that I think about interesting is mooring, because we've had this thing about how the fact that used to be the Black River and that it's gone, or it's still kind of there, but it got diverted and it's really small now. And this idea of mooring a boat there.
Oh gosh, that's right. Yes, it's also a countryside in the UK.
What is that?
Moors, the moors, like Werewolf on the Moors, or
well, and interesting, swampy area.
The moors were on the were in the Hound of the Baskerville story, that we're all set on the moors.
Huh. I think we got to go see if there's a print of some kind.
I think so, or anything else that
some kind of impression.
Yeah,
like a Bigfoot, but the Bigfoot butt impression that is in that museum.
Yeah,
this is exciting. This was a big one. Thanks, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
American Werewolf in London. Yeah, totally. That was the creepiest part of that movie, when they were being stalked by the werewolf on the moors.
I think CJ wanted to know why they're seeing shadow creatures in their house.
Oh yeah, shadow animals.
Shadow animals. What was that?
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? While we're generating the sentence, I'll put the question up.
Okay. This one's for CJ. Okay. Second
hang on 1 second. It's funny going back through some of these, like editing the banners from the past, because there's a banner here that says corrupt dragons, Prometheus, and the Mother of Earth. What? Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And so people who maybe don't know what this is basically I took all of the text from all of the Sherlock books that are available, and I ripped out all the words, and they have like per page number, and then this thing just randomly picks a page number, picks a line number, and then picks a word, just by random shuffle.
Yeah.
So, and this book took forever to import. It's like I think it was like everything that's freely available.
That's a lot.
So
could we make that available?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't have the site up publicly, but I could make it public somehow.
That would be kind of fun. Like we could call it our Sherlock site or something. And
totally. Like now, like what I'm doing is if I get like a pronoun or something of like a personal someone's name, I'm saying skip it. Yeah, it's not as interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, unless somebody's asking a question and it's a name of someone they happen to know.
Yeah, I mean, I saw one of them was like Garadebs. I don't know what that is, and it's also like sometimes it's a PDF, so sometimes there's weird artifacts. So
okay, so sorry. First word.
Anyway, so second. Okay, now next one. Yeah, this one's not one. Stand. Like STAND.
Oh, okay.
Second stand. Okay. Two like two Roman numerals.
Oh.
So this is interesting. Second, and also now two Roman numerals. Interesting. Okay. Well, just the word well. It's capital. I don't know if that matters.
We'll capitalize it just in case.
Hardware. Case. Weigh.
Weigh like a path, or weigh like how much something weighs?
Like a path.
Chances.
All right. Oh, I got.
What, you do one more? No, that's okay. What is it?
One like more chances.
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 It's like if a tarot card falls out of a deck.
Yeah.
All right, let me pop this up here. And where did I put it? There it is. I don't know if any of this, like CJ, does any of that click for you?
Yeah. The hardware, I wonder if there's anything about hardware. That could be isn't that what like in your shelves or like your cabinets? All the little drawer pulls or anything?
Yeah.
If there's anything with that, that's the one thing I was wondering. Or tools or computers, is there anything that related?
Second stand makes me think of like a nightstand. And then the two next to it makes me think of like something would stand on, like legs or something that would stand up. And a well would be a deep hole with water in it. Or it could just mean well, like all is well.
CJ says my spirit house is on the second shelf.
Oh.
Night, Janet.
I'm waving goodbye at Janet, like I'm waving to the comments, like to the.
Oh, Kai says it reminds of antique thrift store, like Second Chance. There's that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's often what they call like thrift stores and stuff.
Case, we got Case in one of the other ones, probably because like detective
Sherlock.
case.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Hardware case.
Like a toolbox.
Yeah. I love magic sentences so much.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love like all the associations for all these things.
Yeah.
For me, this is like one of my favorite weird tools to use.
Yeah, it's like trying to read reality, like trying to, you know.
It's like always something new. You know, it's like a new thing every time.
It's similar to how tarot works for me after like really getting to know it, kind of, and all the symbols, and it's like it's just showing me stuff that's already there. It's just letting me build it in a new way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this bought anything secondhand recently, so that like maybe something that has to do with something that was brought in.
Yeah.
But also, I think this is interesting. That could be just. I want to know more about CJ's little
spirit house.
Spirit house, yeah.
Did you see the pictures?
I don't know. Maybe
she can post them again, or like tag us or something like that. Second shelf made of reused and repurposed things like a shoebox and acorns and wallpaper. So a shoebox could be like a case.
Yeah.
Like a case. Maybe these shadow people are the spirits that you've invited in to that spirit house.
That sounds fun. I like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, this is CJ says I'm putting real ghosts in my graphic novel.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool idea.
Wow. Does anyone else have any New Year's questions that they want to ask Sherlock?
Let's see. Do you have any, Garrett?
Let's see.
You sounded like you were just about on something.
Well, I was thinking earlier when we were talking about all this stuff, like we've been talking about this all year. I mean, it's been going on. Just this whole idea about egregores and I'm just wondering how that could be used. I don't want to be like exploitative of it, but like how could it be? Is there a way we can use it for like good other than just being like excited because it answers a question, like is there like something we could do to feed something like that? Is that maybe this is a bad idea, but like it does something positive? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I'm just wondering, it seems like we've had good results, and we've seen lots of other people have kind of good results having that play respond in interesting ways.
Yeah.
But like if we directed it something in some way that's like positive, I don't know. I'm just wondering if other than maybe just play is fun in and of itself, and should it need anything more than that? I don't know. I'm just curious about that.
We should have Michael Hughes on to talk about like doing good like in a ritual fashion.
Yeah.
He did the whole hex Trump thing, the bind Trump thing.
Right, totally.
I wonder if he'd come on, and he'd be interesting anyways, just to have on.
We should do that. We should definitely. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. I know what you mean though. It's like, how could we use this to like fight evil or I don't know. What would an AI Sherlock like? Maybe we can give it riddles. That's a fun idea.
Did you have a riddle?
I don't have any riddles off the top of my head. Oh, you know what could be interesting? We should see if it can. Like, I'll hold up a card
Okay.
and ask it about the card. Like, what's on this card?
Okay.
That's the reverse.
Oh, so I don't even know. Okay.
Yeah, you don't even know what I'm showing right now. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna do it. So, what is on this card that Jeremy has here?
Yes, tell it. Yeah,
it says saints, like the saints of religious saints.
Hang on, I didn't have the banner set up. Oops. Okay, saints.
This word's my.
All right.
Smoker.
Okay.
College. Yeah. This is what Sherlock says. I didn't make the rules.
All right, no. It's a good.
Cornish is the word it said.
Cornish? Like Cornish hen?
Yeah. Plans? Do one more.
Yeah.
Eastern. Said face too. I did one more actually. Face. Well, Saint's my smoker. So
okay, I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna apply. We might have struck. I don't know.
Stressed it out.
We might have struck out. Yeah, I don't know. It's the Knight of Cups.
Huh.
Which would be like lasciviousness, like
smoking in college.
Yeah, like smoking in college. There's a Cornish in there, Cornish College for the Arts
in Seattle. Yeah,
are they still open? Or?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering about this. If they're facing east.
I mean, if it was face down on a map, then yeah.
What does the card mean?
Like lasciviousness or like lavishness. But like in a sort of proper way, like I think of like a Edwardian garden party. Like the kind of parties that guy probably had on the in Renton, in the Renton Pleasure Gardens.
Oh.
That's totally like lascivious, like what I think of. I don't know. That one's a mystery. I'm not, we also have to allow sometimes for the fact that like we strike out.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting experiment though.
What if we tried it you facing the card?
Okay. So I'll hold the card up to the
we can
everybody will know what it is.
Yeah. Like I wonder if we all have to know it in order for Sherlock to you see him?
Yeah.
Like it's part us and it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should I use the pasta deck or do you want to use the Lotteria? That's actually
sure.
Totally appropriate for this kind of thing.
Okay. Let's see what I get. This one, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, pick again if you want to. Like,
yeah, it's like
that's how we roll. I don't like that tarot card. Show me a new one.
Here. Okay. L Zoom. Someone on a Zoom call. So Sherlock, can you relay this? Tell us what you see here. Okay. Here we go.
Totally come up with the meaning for that one.
Arduous.
Okay.
Note. Guards. Head. Person. Chimney. Resident.
Huh. Well, arduous, I mean, anybody who's been on a long Zoom call.
I know that. Yes. Head person would be like your boss.
Yeah.
On a Zoom call with your boss.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
I mean, chimney resident could just be something like you're at home, like I work from home and I'm looking right at my chimney the whole day.
But chimneys are also like Santa Claus, and they're the up and down, the axis mundi of right, like you being, it's like your hearth.
Right.
So
like Hestia or Vesta.
What does that have to do with this though? Yeah,
like,
chimney resident Santa.
Home, like you're working from home, I think.
Right. So it's like about being at home, but also having to like check in and make sure that the guards know that you're working.
Yeah. or given that this like this technology is way past Sherlock's time, he could think that the headphones are head guards.
Oh,
or a head guard, right?
Right. The head guards. That's amazing.
That's gotta be it.
Wow, I love that.
That's cool.
All right. Well, I felt like that one at least was a little bit more closer, I feel like.
I thought so, yeah. I like this idea. I think we should try another one where we all see it to test the theory.
Let's try one more time. Should I do the Bosch painting one?
Yeah.
We'll do that. I'm going to turn on my ultrasound detector too.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case we pick up anything while we're...
Oh, I'll do my e-inks.
Yeah.
See if we can get like a better connection that way, better reception.
Oh, and I have this. I don't know if I showed this off yet, but it was like a build your own EMF detector.
Oh yeah.
I built it. And it's only, oh no.
What happened?
I dropped all the cards. Oh. But yeah, this is only a $16 kit, and you just have to solder it, which I did very terribly. But it's meant to be like you learn how to solder. And it's only $16.
That's great.
And so like, yeah, then you calibrate it so that it's not really picking up anything, but then it should pick up more because it's touching this light here. Anyways, it's a fun thing. I'll set this up like a K2 meter.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I thought the wires like would move up or down.
Oh no, that would be
that's
so cool.
Happen, and that would be rad. But okay,
it's just the lights.
All right, I tried to increase our reception a little bit by summoning a thought form in the shape of a bird to send our or ideas to Sherlock the AI?
Okay, well, I got a porcupine and a griffin on this card.
Okay, cool. There's a
That's
goat. I see a goat.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Are those antlers, or is that like a tree?
It looks like a tree. That's the same one.
Well, Antwer is a stag and a deer and a tree. So
Could be.
what's going on at the top? There's an egret. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask Sherlock what's going on with that card. There's investigator. Gentleman. Gentleman.
Oh, okay.
And 3 hand. Weird. Misfortune. Weird stuff. Answer.
Theater, gentleman, hand, 3 hand, misfortune, answer.
Okay, and here's the card again. What's in this hand? Does he have something in his hand?
I can't quite tell. How many hands are visible on the card?
At least 4. I see at least 4. 5,
okay.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, just a thought. Isn't a hand also like, can't you use it as a unit of measurement? Like 3 hands tall, or?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
He's got his hand on his head, this person. And then he's holding the tail of the griffin.
Right.
So there's a bird on a fruit.
And of course, a porcupine in a bubble, I guess.
And then there's a person back there with a fruit in their hand and then a bird on their head.
This one's got me stumped.
Yeah. I don't know. Inconclusive.
Do we want to do one more, or are we feeling like?
I kind of want to go out and check out what's going on outside.
No? All right.
We could do one more. If there's something anyone has a question about. Finale.
All right, this is going to be the grand finale, y'all. Does anybody have a question? I'm not seeing many questions. That's okay. We can come up with one. What about like just what does the year have in store for Liminal Earth?
Okay.
There's also will my friend return? How about anybody with a question this could apply?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
I think it could work.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it. I'm kind of curious. This year I'm wanting to learn how to do the tarot for real.
Yeah.
That was one of my resolutions, to like study them and try to memorize them. I've gotten really into Duolingo.
Yes.
I'm learning Portuguese right now. And I think just the memorizing aspect of it. I'm like, oh, maybe I should do other things like that, like learning the tarot and trying to memorize it and pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a couple of apps I know of
to help train.
Help train, like just for the card meanings, you know.
Yeah, I should look into that because Katie has a class this month. Maybe I should do that.
Right. Yeah, you should do it.
Cool.
Learn from the best.
Yeah, I just think it'd be great to have some like flashcard kind of thing. I feel like it's working for me.
Yeah.
I feel very competitive on Duolingo. Trying to get that first place every couple of days.
Yeah. I dropped out of the Diamond League into the Obsidian League during the holidays. I just didn't have the focus to do more than but I've got the streak going. I'm at 280 something right now. So
wow. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, cool. CJ says that Katie is doing a class on tarot to communicate with ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, and Michael Hughes has some good educational stuff too, actually.
Cool. Okay. So this is for anyone who I'm asking about that. Yeah.
So you're asking about tarot. I'm going to ask about the year ahead for Liminal Earth.
Okay.
And then anybody else who has, I saw maybe there were one or two other questions, but we'll see if this applies to any or all of them. That could be interesting.
Child. Basement. Water. Escher, it's a name. I don't know if we want to use this.
Let's put it in parentheses and another one.
Put chapter body. I'm gonna do one more. Pounds.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah. So this one actually is interesting to me. I see some things in this.
Yeah. For your question?
A little bit.
Because I see something for mine for sure.
Well, I think child reminds me, because I was just going to start from the beginning. Major Arcana, the Fool. So that's the one I've been looking at right now. Child reminds me of that, of the kind of stepping in and having this kind of, going on this adventure kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, this whole thing about chapter and I feel bad about or weird about saying this, but this reminds me of New Year's resolutions, body in pounds, and how people track their weight, and it's annoying. But it makes me think about, though, just any new resolution or skill you want to learn, maybe to keep track and check your progress,
mm-hmm.
And taking note of how well you're doing to keep yourself accountable. That's what that is seeming like to me, those things. The basement water reminds me personally of the fact that I have these leaks in my basement. They're these kind of the constant things that you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Things are gonna leak, things are gonna break down, and you might you break your streak.
Mm-hmm.
But just get back on you're in this wide-eyed phase where you're going out and you're on this new adventure, and that's having this what's that called, a habit to track everything. Put your child in the basement and work out. Yeah. But having a routine, I think it's what's going to help you.
Or a journal,
Yeah.
One of Alicia's journals.
Yeah, I actually have it. I have it up.
Oh, you do?
And I was
Oh,
planning
cool.
on using it. Yeah, totally.
Wow.
So
Do you want to hear how
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, what did you see in it?
Child basement water was the Walker Ames house experience we had.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the basement doing the Estes method and talked with something that called itself like that identified as a child, and it was next to like the water.
Yeah.
And put chapter is like we've been wanting to start focusing on the book.
Oh, yes.
Body pounds I'm still working out. But that's what like as soon as it said child basement water, I was like Walker Ames.
Wow. It's so cool that that's what you see in it, like it has meaning for you and me. I wonder if anyone else got this.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's CJ.
Wow.
And then Rachel said their friend would return. So yeah, it's not just for us. So
pounds can also mean money.
Yeah, that's true. It's interesting. Like, I like that. To me, what this makes me think of is that like some people would see this and they go like, "Well, you're just making anything mean anything." And to me, I'm like, we can make anything mean anything.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I think it's that thing where it's like, so I'm looking at it, and those words could have so many connotations to different people for different things. And so, what is bubbling up for me when I see those words, and just pay attention to them?
Yeah.
So, like, it's. I think that's interesting because it's helping you like externalize it almost. And anyway, I think that's awesome.
Yeah. A thought form describing the real thing going on inside. I don't know. Well, I think we should make Sherlock public. Like, just put it out there if you'd be up for it.
Yeah, I have to do some things to make it public, but I could.
We could do some fun like graphics on a site or something like that too.
Yeah.
I tried to do an AI images for like Sherlock Holmes, and none of the AI image generators knew like what a deer stalker hat was. Not a single one. They all did like top hats. I put like Sherlock Holmes hat and it would do a top hat, and I did like deer stalker hat and it would be like a bowler hat and then like a deer in the background or something. And so
wow, that's it. Yeah, I tried to do some Sherlock. I was trying to do Sherlock UFO images, and it was bad. It was not giving me anything. And both the generators, maybe it's just not in there. I don't know.
Do you know this is why they have these? Why it looks like that?
So you can
keep your ears warm.
I did not know that. That's cool. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with us. I love this.
This has been a lot of fun. And thanks to Janet again, who's probably already in bed, but that was really cool. If anybody else wants to hop on at any time, let us know. We have some fun things planned for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, Madeline has some guests, and one of these days is the year-end anniversary, so I'm sure we'll do something.
We'll have to figure that out. But you did get to see Mothman's butt live at Point Pleasant on Wufo tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, let's go look for UFOs.
All right.
Liv, we'll catch you next week. Night, Courtney. Night, Kai.
Yeah, come back, Liv.